We're going to move beyond the old patterns and paradigms. Beliefs are going to have to shift. The paradigms we've adhered to, the patterns we've focused on, which were really about social justice for some, need to evolve. Social equity has always been at the heart of this work. I've talked about this before, but I've been really diving into where equity started, and no DEI person started it. They just put it in there because I was working in health equity years ago, and it was always about creating the right conditions from social determinants that were universal. They weren't based on somebody's racialization, gender, or sexuality alone. That wasn't the point. The point was that everybody needs this social equity for organizations to thrive. But it became equity for some, focused on systems of inequality in historically marginalized groups. I'm not saying that that was wrong, but that kind of dogged focus becomes almost like you're just advocating for people that you believe are more like you. And I'm not talking about just people that are racialized as more colorful or darker than a lighter brown, or what some people call white, what I would call racialized as white. Not talking about this, that we actually push down on that so much, even if it was just around a sexuality or gender. It was women. Everybody just was advocating for their group or for that thing that they advocate for. It's increasingly become focused on neurodiversity. All of these things are legitimate. All of them need to be addressed, and everybody needs to get what they need to thrive. But that focus is going away. So what I'm saying is we're not getting rid of like ERGs, but ERGs need to be in solidarity more. When I was inside of organization, um, as an executive, I spent a lot of time ensuring ERGs weren't focused on a single identity. If they were, they needed significant representation from people who didn't necessarily possess that identity, but were firmly engaged in the work. And they needed to join other ERGs to understand those perspectives and see there's more commonality than the differences we delineate. We're moving towards centering humanity, even in spaces where we're talking about our differences. Understanding that those lines are blurred or in truth don't exist becomes important. Breaking them down and having conversations about how we act in solidarity to help the whole organization is where we're going.